Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode. As always, I'm your host, Ted Tokes. This is World of Tanks. I know it's been a while since I made a World of Tanks commentary. I've just been a little busy with work and other things around in my life and in my life. But we're here. We're making another video right now. Looks like we get first blood on the front line as we approach after the match start up. We kind of eat that missile from that weasel toe while laying another round into him for a penetration. Looks like we're either getting flanked or shot from the backside by our own teammate. I'm not really sure what that one was. We are taking damage though, so that means we have to start actually protecting ourselves a little better if even possible. And I'm sure it would have been or was because I don't really play at my best. We got a nice little hold off on this corner. They're starting to push us back with some of the pressure they've applied. However, we got a few teammates here. I make a stretch out here straight ahead for a flank maneuver and trying to approach this enemy right here. As this heavy tries to annihilate my own teammates, I'm gonna try and chisel down his health as I penetrate my shots into him as I reload. Now, as you can see right there, I got another shot into him and I realized he's gonna keep driving forward and rotating, so I backed up. That way I wasn't just chasing around on the hill and put my back to the top of the hill. This way I could keep my frontal armor more towards that hill in case they come pushing down it. But it doesn't look like they will. We have our team up there in that 2-3 line actually holding them pretty good now, while I'm down here on the bottom of the hill trying to help my teammate. Looks like my teammate accidentally killed himself, hopefully on accident. We fast forward a little bit as I drive towards the cleanup, trying to get parts of the rest of the match enemies. Looks like I see this guy driving straight ahead of me, not really even paying attention to me, so I give him a shot, a ram, and another shot. That was all it really took to finish that one. Now I'm rotating his teammate with some help from my teammate, so that's a positive for sure to me. Now I'm looking for some more enemies to sink my bullets into while there's not really a lot of points left on the map. You know, so I gotta try and get my points before the team cleans up all the points available. And that's why Overwatch will backfire more than not, because if the front lines is succeeding, they really won't even need Overwatch, and Overwatch will be out of the position to actually participate. Here I am making a move on this other tank. As you can see, I rammed him for some ram damage and then put one right between his turret and his hull. Managed to penetrate, allowing me to rotate my tank and try to work on another. However, that tank had destroyed my tank. And now we're gonna fast forward till the end of the match, so that you guys don't have to sit here and watch them really do nothing. We can see from the mini-map all the emblems in play, unless they're enemies that we can't see. And you know, as the emblems from either side disappear, you can get a pretty good guess on who's doing what. We got an epic victory, so that's cool. I managed third place on my team, so luckily I was able to help before I couldn't help anymore. We load up into our next match. Looks like we're in the Leopard 2A5 again. One of my daily drivers for sure. Here we are racing up to the front line. It's fast forwarded a little bit so that you guys don't have to wait. Here we are, first encounter. They miss us with a shot. We're positioning, we send a shot and get a penetration. Just a critical, but we still managed to get something. Like I said, you know, I'm not really playing at my best. You can see I'm auto-locking and stuff, so really most of my gameplay is kind of cruise control. I clearly made that one effective by aiming down the barrel and trying to get that shot off when that guy guy that was head glitching that top, using that hilltop for cover. Here I am flanking. This is a good play right here. Trying to take this guy right here underneath the bridge and keep that whole enemy unit, whatever backup he may have on that side of the hill, we're going to keep them all pushed back so that they can't keep peeking that hill freely and allowing their Overwatch to have an easier time at taking on the units that I have within the mass group unit that is up there in that 9 line trying to rotate the corner if they even are. However, I'm pushing through this tunnel. We get a little bit of a ram damage on that guy. Put a round into him. We can see he's got backup, so we back off a little bit, trying to keep the angle of our armor in an appropriate manner so that we don't take as much damage as we would if we were just there able to be shot at. As you can see, I got sandwiched. Wasn't really much I could do about that. I couldn't rotate my tank. I couldn't, you know, it was bad all around there for me, but teammates, they're still doing their thing. I fast forward this part for you so that you don't have to sit here for probably about the same game time I spent alive, watching them do their stand their ground crap or whatever they call it. Because it ain't Overwatch. If it was Overwatch, their teammates in front of them wouldn't be dying off enough for them to consider it a stand your ground situation more than an Overwatch situation. After the match, we managed to get ourselves first place.
You know you're gonna lose when your first 2 missiles bounce.
And that guy was making a comment on the whole RNG. Like, this game would be a lot better if it was more realistic. It's too up for situationalized rigging. You know, they're not really making it to where this gun does this every time. They're making it to where, well, this gun should do this, but it might do this because we're gonna design it that way because it's a video game, I guess. You know, instead of actually trying to make a game that's worthwhile for people to play and actually have a sense of, okay, well, this is something that I can take serious and should take serious, even though it is a game. This can be played with more of a competitive mindset, but it's not. It's very RNG regulated. And you'll notice that, you know, whether you're an auto locker or a look down your barrel aimer. You know, I play both ways. I see it happening on both sides. It is very situationally, yeah, I don't know, skill-based scaling. Random, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's definitely not a consistent data that you get from the game, besides the fact that it's inconsistent, or I'd even say unbelievable, really. As you can see, I'm tearing into this guy up here trying to give Overwatch. I penetrate most of them, bounce that one. And as I reload, I see another shot that I can take, and I managed to get the kill ribbon with that one. Now I'm pushing up further to try and reach that teammate I was overwatching for because he took the Brute of the Force. He's low health. And so I'm going to put my tank up between him and the enemies so that they focus on me more than him or her, whoever it is, you know, whatever. Because that teammate, now that it's a one-shot, has there's a much more likely chance of it being a lost barrel in the fight. And I don't want to lose the barrels in the fight because, well, for one, we're already down. You know, we're already down barrels on the team. And I don't want to lose my teammates. Whether they're playing as a team with me or not, I don't want to lose my teammates. Here we are cleaning up the enemy base as I rotated in there to help them weasel toes, and now I'm sitting here on the base. We sat there for a moment trying to cap, so I fast forwarded it, and it wasn't enough. The enemies ended up approaching their own base. I think they stopped me from winning here, so spoiler alert. But I try to buy myself time, play the game, because I do have teammates out there that can make a difference to them couple tanks that are starting to pressure this base circle of the enemies. I position my tank in a way that gives me better armor if I can. I try to dig into this 47 7A object, even though I know it's a tough tank and I have a hard chance at doing it. You know, so I focus more on this other guy. As you can see, we bounced off the side of his hull right there. I'm guessing it was his hull. I couldn't really see it in the camera that time. They managed to destroy us, and that's pretty much our whole team at that point. We have one more weasel toe running around. But I fast forward it. Like I said, I'm not really too interested in watching the teammates' POVs, because most of the time, by the time I'm dead, the match is over, and we either should have did what we were supposed to do already, or I didn't get to help the team anymore doing what we were doing, as it was what we were supposed to do. And then there's the third option, where I'm dead or alive, and the team's just not doing anything all game, so we're going to end up losing anyways because they don't want to participate. Here we are in another match. A little less snow on the ground for this one. Looks like as we rush up to the front lines, here I got it fast forwarded for us, and I rotate this corner. Looks like I didn't stop. I kept moving. I got the guy deflected my auto lock shot right there. Got a couple teammate tanks pushing up on him, so I get myself involved a little bit here. Get that cheeky shot from the Overwatch position. Even though it's on the front lines, it's still Overwatch because I wasn't being I had no attention of the enemy. And I was close enough to support, but I wasn't on the front line in the battle, so it was Overwatch to me. I accidentally rammed my teammate there. I apologize for that. I don't always play like a good teammate. I try to, but, you know, I am what I am, and sometimes I just don't care enough to even be a good teammate, because I already feel like I'm a good teammate, and they ought to be grateful that I'm even as good of a teammate as I am, especially when the type of teammates that I get to counter my teamwork input is not the output that I want inputted into my overall teamwork database. There we are, ramming a guy for a kill, rotating our tank as there was still another barrel in the fight. He ammo racks, the enemy tank ammo racks us, he or she, whatever. But I'm gonna just start calling them like monkeys or something if you guys want to start getting mad at my damn terms, because you know I grew up in a time before everybody was so sensitive about what somebody says, and I get it. You guys want to be what you want to be, and you are what you are, but you know, that don't mean I gotta change what I'm saying just because you want what's being said a little more tolerable to you. You know, you're not the only one that we're here to compensate for. We have feelings too. And personally, I don't find it offensive to be calling everybody an it or a he or she or whatever. You know what I mean? When I'm it's just what I, you know. Most of the time I say he because it's a battle sport, and you know, women weren't really on the battlefield. You know, they are now, and I appreciate, you know, there's a lot of great women out there. But you know, I'm not really too concerned with, you know, if you feel some type of way because I'm calling something that I don't even know what it is, a he or she. It's just some other player or robot controlling a tank that I have no clue about. So, you know, it's a he to me, or it's whatever I call it. It is what it is. You can't call me wrong for not knowing the right, you know? I'm just uninformed at this point. Anyways, that was that match. Sorry, I got a little distracted, but the whole this whole, you know, internet stuff, man, you know, you guys want to nitpick and all that, like you guys lead perfect lives or something, but it doesn't matter to me. You know, I enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. No matter what you are, a he, a she, a it, you know, I hope you guys enjoy, or girls, you know, whatever. See what I'm saying? It's just the way I talk, okay? But I love yous. I had fun making this video. I hope to make some more for yous. And till next time, check out the next video if you're interested.